anything conforming to 3 and 4. Remember 419, where Shaitan said, I will create dalala, next one I'll invoke desire. Third was, they will change the nature of cattle, cut the ear, change the nature of animals. Number 4, change everything from real to artificial. Any scheme involving animal alteration, any scheme involving changing from natural to artificial is waste. And this is the typical facade in Surah Baqarah 205. You see what Allah is saying? They go out and what do? Spread facade. Facade is spreading that wasteful technology, and it destroys crops and cattle. See how it is matching? 4119. They're following Shaitan. And Allah is clearly saying Allah doesn't like facade. I cited all this. I'll upload the slides. But Quran has numerous examples of not wasting of technologies that are wasteful, and same time they are not permissible. Every excess, every artificial is a waste. If you eat too much, right? If you eat too much, beyond 1/3, Sharia compliant, you're wasting it. Every waste harms you. And we all know that. In nature, there is no waste. Nothing is wasted. That's the cycle. Remember, we had the cycle, the ecosystem, everything gets recycled. And that one is perfected. Allah has perfected Qadr. By contrast, a single artificial matter or energy is absolute, not a single natural artificial energy or matter gets recycled. Not one. It's rejected and wasted. So nature is inherently zero waste. People say, oh, what do you mean zero waste? That's what it means. It has to be natural, including your mind. What happens in reality, after being illogical, we talked about the illogical, every theory, we talked about how illogical it is. After that, that's the first trait, it's illogical. Remember Shaitan's first action? Dalala. Dalala is not logical. After that, it's wasteful. We have this example. We have this kind of conversion, 33% efficiency rate, 43, this is the range, power plant. And yet they say, oh, that's very high. That's very high efficiency. But they will tell you, if you are using fire, it's low efficiency. They do not consider the fact that fire does not produce any waste. Every bit is recycled. And conventional, the scientific, technology-driven one produces everything waste.
Roshab, like it's only considered when they are considered their own application. For example, an engine, it's running. So they are only considering the running
One
of
part.
the engine,
That's
not
right.
not what it's like dissipated.
That's right. They do not consider the whole time function, and that's why you introduced, and it's in that every book of mine has that concept. We call it global efficiency. You do not just talk about the engine; you talk about where it went. And here, in this particular case, we are talking about transformer efficiency. When you are applying to the household power lines. Household efficiency. You see, in this particular one, there is optimum. Because if you are using your generator to produce electricity you can charge your phone, that's very low efficiency. But nobody considers that because they say, oh, generator has 95% efficiency or whatever. So if you do global, I give an extreme case. Nuclear reactor, what is the efficiency? Oh, mashallah, it's great efficiency, it's like 90%. So, yeah, that's what they told me.
If a petrol burn in a machine,
Yeah?
if a petrol burn in a cylinder, for example, generator cylinder,
Yeah.
some of energy convert into mechanical energy.
That's the one, with one item at a time, it does look very good.
Rest of energy exposed to the heat involved.
Right. So one item. So why am I citing nuclear? Nuclear is considered to be the best one. Even Iran paid Russia for $10 million. See, they do not consider all this. $10 million to get the reactors.
But thermodynamics says that your total energy will be amount of work done plus amount of heat released to the universe.
Yeah, that's the
That's
point.
the dollar signs.
That's the, you cannot.
Here we consider the work.
Yeah.
How much
No,
work done?
no. You take a very simple word, a simple case. How many reactors does nuclear? How many centrifuge does a nuclear reactor use?
40,000, 30,000, so many centrifuges.
If all of them is 90%, each reactor 90%, what is the final global efficiency? You know how it works? You multiply them. It's close to zero. That's why nobody talks about. I had to talk about it because I want to expose them. Nobody talks about the global efficiency. It's the same with our so-called solar. In this country, solar cells are sold for 300,000 solar panels of 300,000 Afghans. It will last you. It will be paid off in 3 years with the electric bill, right?
Is that sustainable?
Of course not. Nothing is.
Professor, but if you burn the for example, the natural products like as you mentioned, the woods. Wood is a natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we burn the woods inside combustion engine, for example,
No, that's not
does
a
it
starting.
give the
That's not a starting point.
100% efficiency?
Yes, because there is no waste. You see the point? As a matter of fact, first steam engine, right? How was it? Do you know?
65%.
With coal. No,
65%.
according to their calculation, my calculation is you have zero waste. So product, you think about it. Product of coal, if it is not molested, is ash. Ash is a very useful material. Product of nuclear is what? Product waste, so-called product of nuclear is so toxic you will never get rid of it. So if you include that, so literally you find out if you want to make zero waste, your efficiency goes to infinity. There is no limit because you are producing zero waste.
Solar energy, for example, we have solar panel here.
Solar, what is wrong with solar panel? The chips itself. So we'll discuss it. We have many examples coming up, right?
And
Where-
that has most topics, Danish's most topic, solar chips.
Solar panels.
That's yours?
Solar cells.
Yeah, solar
Yours?
chips.
The fourth,
says monster.
the fourth generation of solar cell, which is called perovskite.
I know. My PhD student had the same, but he ended up discovering this, writing this book, Zero Waste. We all had the same. It's when your project is given by establishment, they want you to find which medicine is better, medicine A or medicine B. You have no choice of saying that both are bad.
But to be honest,
So if my student is satisfied, he get his PhD, and would never have this concept. But he has not. He finished work. He said, yes, this is the conventional solar, and I have developed, including refrigeration, including heating, all with direct solar. You can Google his name, M.M. Khan. All direct solar, and that's how he came up with this. 3 books. How many PhDs have any book? He has 3 books. So we get satisfied with whatever little thing we have invented. We brag, we take a picture, and we put on LinkedIn. MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah, I have got my PhD today. You have done nothing. You have just certified that Shaitan is right. But we'll discuss. For every item I'm talking about energy and mass, every item we're talking about how we can make it zero waste.